What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jason with JCS Reefing, and in this video we're going to do a quick update on the 150 gallon tank. Alright, so we're going to jump right into the 150 gallon tank, and be sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed, and also hit that bell to get notified for future videos. It's been a while since I've actually done an update on this tank, so I figured now, since there's no kids here and family, it's quiet, and I can kind of run through some of the corals and some of the fish. As far as the fish, I did add 2 anthias. I added a female and a male, and they are doing fine. They've been in this tank for a couple months, and eating healthy, look healthy, and they actually, I really like them. So I might actually add a couple more down the road. As far as the corals themselves, everything is looking pretty good. I kind of just turned the lights on, so some stuff hasn't opened up fully. I did add this acro back here when I went to Florida a few months ago, and got it from Worldwide Corals while I was there, and I really like it, the colors. I'll kind of do a top-down view here shortly. The acans are nice and fluffy. Blasto is doing just fine itself. Candy canes are pretty hardy, pretty simple. As far as the Monochlora, it's coming back. Some of the color kind of faded out a little bit, and my magnesium was a little bit lower, and they yeah, definitely respond to magnesium when it's low. But it is finally growing along the glass, which is kind of what I wanted. I wanted it to kind of cover down here. And this is the other coral that I got from Worldwide Coral, and I'll try to get a better shot of that when I do the top down. But as far as the growth on most of the acros and stylo, this stylo is nice and fluffy, big. It was browning out a little bit, so I pretty much just kind of went back to my normal water change regimen, which was once every 2 weeks instead of once every month. I do 20 gallons, and yeah, it seemed to be coming back a little bit. This one actually discolored for a little bit, and once I started going back to every 2 weeks water change, it started to just come back. So I did run ICP test on the tank when I was having some of those issues, and nothing really came back abnormal. Everything was normal, but when in doubt, I just kind of go back to water change. I just up my water change a little bit, and usually stuff bounces back, so that's always nice. So now some of the struggles that I've actually been having, I have been struggling a bit with Aptasia. You can see some that are kind of really, the biggest issue that I'm having is it's growing in between the zoanthid colonies. Now I've been trying F. Aptasia, and it seems like they go away, but then they've been starting to come back. I have them actually growing down in the sump, which is terrible. But I'll touch on this little cup here in a minute. I actually purchased some Bergia nudibranchs, and I've got 10 of those, and that I put down here in the sump for now, and hopefully they'll multiply. And the reason why I put them down here is because I actually have about 6 or 7 peppermint shrimp in this tank that I was hoping to combat some of the Aptasia, but it doesn't seem to be working, especially on the bigger ones. They might be handling some of the smaller ones, but moving the Bergia into this tank, I've read that peppermint shrimp can eat the Bergia, so they're pretty pricey. So it's a pretty pricey snack for a peppermint shrimp, but I got to do a little bit more research on that. If anybody has used nudibranchs and peppermint shrimp together and haven't had any issues, let me know in the comments. I'd be curious of how that worked out for you. As far as dosing, I am still dosing all for Reef. I do about 55 milliliters a day, and I keep doing ICP tests to make sure that the levels are staying normal. And the only thing that I find that it raises a little bit when you get up to higher doses is potassium seems to go up a little bit higher than normal. But other than that, everything seems pretty steady. So I'm gonna keep dosing that for now, and we'll see what happens. So as most of us know, the front view of any tank, especially when you get some good coloration and everything, is amazing in itself. But one thing that I kind of always forget to do is actually come up, get a step stool if needed, and come up and do a top-down view of your tank in itself. It's a whole nother aspect of the Reef, and it really gives you a little bit more look on what's happening in your tank, as I didn't notice that this purple stylo is starting to grow almost into the back of the glass. So definitely gonna have to start cutting that back. And this coral right here, I have no idea what it is, but this one actually is starting to grow and wrap around and go down the back of that rock work. So without getting up and on the top of a tank in itself, you never really get to see all of the things that are happening maybe behind your rock work. Even when you look from the far end of the tank, you know, you can look down that back panel, but you're really not going to see completely everything until you get up top. Now the glare of the light is a little tricky. Haven't really fully figured this one out, and I did try some new light settings with this video, so if you like them, make sure to leave a comment below, because I'm trying to get something that's a little more natural. It can use orange filters and all that good jazz, but really just something to give you a little more natural look. When you go all blue and throw the orange filter on, yes, all the colors pop, and yes, it looks unbelievably fantastic, but at the same time, it's not fully natural to your eye or what you're looking at, to the colors of the coral. Now this is the one that I wanted to touch on. The reason why some of this one is actually bleaching at the bottom is because I tried the F-Aptasia and it must have gotten a little too close to this acro, and that is obviously what happens. It says it right on the bottle, so that's my mistake. But it is bouncing back, and it's doing pretty good. This is that bluish purple one. Like I said, I'm trying to get the glare out somehow. That I really hope that this one starts growing. It has grown, but not super fast, because the colors on that one are absolutely amazing. But let me actually just stick my phone in the water here and see if I can get any other different type of views. Never tried it before, and figure what the hell, it's just a phone, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. Feel free to hit the thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't. Either way, let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, because there may be future plans on this tank. There may be a new tank in the works, who knows? So hit that notification bell as well, and happy reefing. Cheers.